Alright, so I made this video on interracial dating and why I preferred it over dating a white girl. And of course, it gets a little bit of shit. And anytime you take any sort of view on anything on the internet, people are going to give you shit about it. Probably going to get shit about how wrinkly this shirt is right now. But I made the video not to say that I'm more attracted to any particular race. Or ethnicity of woman, but to say that I am very unattracted to entitled or victim mentalities. So I wanted to just take a minute to clarify that my issue is with the toxic behavior of getting stuck in a victim mentality. Life is fucking hard. We have all been through shit. I have stories. You have stories. Everybody has stories. In fact, there's an old tale of the Buddha, and a woman is grieving and wants to get over the grief, and the Buddha tells this woman to go to each house and ask for a mustard seed and to tell her story, I believe. So she does, and at every house she hears somebody else's story of grief, of death, of struggle, of a problem, of something they've had to overcome. And she comes back and she's found comfort and she's found peace. And when we do not maintain that we are the architects of our life, our choices, we choose, we attract what we are, we get what we are. So we are led to places. Of course, bad things happen to you. You didn't get in an accident because you are an accident, but we attract the types of people that we do for a reason. If you and sometimes it's not always a great thing. Sometimes there's people that are just very good listeners and they attract narcissists because narcissists like to talk about themselves, so the listener listens. I'm not necessarily talking about that, because if you're a good listener and you're a healthy person with good boundaries, you're gonna identify that that behavior isn't an exchange or a give and take. I'm talking about when you find yourself blaming other people for anything in your life. And sometimes maybe that's the case. Your friend borrowed your car and busted your car, and now you're without a car and you lost your job, and but you can't go and blame your friend forever. You just have to say, I lent him the car, it's cause and effect. And you'll be much happier doing this. You'll be so much happier if you just accept responsibility for your own life, for your own choices, for your own actions. And you don't get stuck in this something's owed to me mentality. If you don't get stuck in this I'm waiting for somebody to fix this mentality. If you're struggling with things, I have trust issues. I have all kinds of issues. I did a whole video on my insecurities, and I think therapy is important. So if you find yourself stuck with these issues, don't blame other people. If you ever find yourself in the present thinking about the actions of somebody from your past and applying it to somebody in your present, be really, really careful of that. It doesn't serve them well. It doesn't serve your best interest. It's going to keep you from building meaningful relationships and so on. So just stay out of the martyr mentality or the victim mentality. Remember that we've all been through shit, and sadly, not just sadly, because also awesomely, this is the human experience, but sadly, there's nothing special about your experience. We've all been abused by people in some ways. We've all been taken advantage of. We've all been lied to. We've all been hurt. We've all gone through this. These are universal struggles. So the point of that video was more my frustration with the victim mentality and the lack of accountability for choices and so on, than it was a preference for any ethnicity over another based on appearance or something like that. But yeah, I think that's it. What else can I say about this? I will say that self-awareness is super important. So just please always hold yourself accountable and always have some check and balance, so you're not stuck saying this person did this to me. You hear that so often in any type of dating scenario where and it's typically a woman. It's typically a white woman. She's telling you about how abusive her ex was, and she's stuck in that victim mentality. It's just in her phrasing. You'll know as soon as you hear her start talking about, well, my ex left me, my ex did this, my ex stole this, my ex, like, she's not taking accountability for why she allowed this or for why she chose this person. All right, that's it. I'm done.